What is going on, guys? Name's D Free from Dueling Central. We're going to have a really quick video where we talk about the card trader inventory update. I don't know what the intervals are, but it seems like they're doing this every couple of weeks or so, which is cool, man, adding new cards. The only thing I would like for them to do is it seems like sometimes they rotate cards out, but they need to do it more consistently because I have been trying to get, for example, a third Legendary Ocean. I've only seen the card twice ever, and I went ahead and got it both times, but it's like, they really need to keep that. So hopefully they do that. I know why they leave them. It's because, of course, if people haven't had a chance to get them, they want to have them come back. Both implementing things that they did recently, like the EX Jewels, which allows you to kind of get some of those older cards like Big Shield Gardner. Maybe they just need to run that type of thing more often. But either way, we have some new stuff just dropped. So subscribe if you're new. And leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And we have a new Black Luster Soldier card. Black Luster Soldier, the Sacred Soldier, or just Black Luster Soldier, Sacred Soldier. So this guy's really cool. I do like this. I think that they're going to start building on the warrior archetype. That'll be really cool to see them do that in the game. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one of your banished light or dark monsters. Of course, we have that chaos going on there. And one card your opponent controls, return that banished card to your graveyard. And if you do that, banish that card your opponent controls. So when it is summoned, you have the option of choosing one of your banished light or dark cards and then returning that card to your hand and then banishing a card that your opponent controls. It doesn't seem to specify whether it's... So special summon and one card your opponent controls. It doesn't specify if your opponent has to be holding like a monster on the field or something. You can literally just banish anything they have, which is great for board control. So it's a really good card in that regard. You can only use this effect once per turn. Wait, what? Banish that card he controls. You can only use the effect of Black Luster Soldiers. Oh, I get what it's saying. So you can only use one of his effects per turn. Meaning if you summon multiple. The reason I said what was like, wait, can he use it multiple times? It doesn't seem to say that he can. I'm assuming that they meant like if you play a second one. So you can only use it once. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you could target one level 7 or lower warrior monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. All right, so I assume that part is under the stipulation as well. They don't have a card like Double Attack, I don't think, in the game yet, so we'll see what happens in the future. But very good card. Very good for board control. And on top of that, that last portion of his effect is very ambiguous. You could target one level 7 or lower warrior monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. They recently added like some very good warrior support, like Freed, Feast of the Wild, and different things like that. So they're going to start building on this. I want to see cards like Marauding Captain, Command Knight, some of the really old warrior support cards at least make their way into the game, because that'll be really cool to start building better decks. We did get like Blue Flame Swordsman, which is a pretty cool card. I don't know how he would fit with this, but this is very good, like I said, because it's ambiguous. It allows you to take a stronger monster or a weaker monster, i.e. a Buster Blader, a Swift Guy, the Fierce Knight, all the way down to like a level 4, like Hunter with 7 tools, whatever. Very, very good card there. It doesn't seem to have restrictions either, by the way. He doesn't have to be like ritual summoned. You don't have to banish monsters. He could just be normal or special summoned through traditional means. So if he's in the graveyard and you have a way to resurrect him, you can do that, which I don't know. There's too many options for that in this game. Of course, something like a Monster Reborn doesn't exist in the game yet. Although it's in the files, I think it's just going to be in Merrick's deck whenever he drops. You can tribute summon this thing. So there's that. Along with him, they bring out another Buster Blader support. So we've seen a couple of Buster Blader support cards get dropped already. So Beginning of Heaven and Earth. All right, reveal 3 warrior type monsters from your deck, including at least one Black Luster Soldier monster or Guy the Fierce Knight monster. All right, so that's important. It doesn't have to be both of them. It could be either or. And have your opponent randomly pick one of them. If they picked a Black Luster Soldier monster or Gaia monster, add it to your hand and send the rest to the graveyard. Otherwise, send them all to the graveyard. You can only activate one Beginning of Heaven and Earth per turn. That is actually a really good card. It allows you to mill out your deck, which I don't know how relevant that is in the game currently, but having the ability to send that stuff to the graveyard is very good, in which if they choose the right card, you get to add it to your hand. So that's good too, because if you just basically choose Gaia or Black Luster Soldier monsters, or 3 Black Luster Soldiers, then basically he's screwed, right? because it just says reveal 3 from your deck. So I assume that what this will do is it'll let you to search your deck, choose 3 warriors, and they have to choose, and you're done. You just add it to your hand. It's too slow for something like Ritual Blackluster Soldier Monster because they have like Gateway to Chaos. But I do like the way that they are incorporating these newer cards like that. And Infernal Tempest, I think there's a really old card. Like I think it came out like around the Yu-Gi-Oh movie, like the very first one with the Sphinxes. I don't know. I could be mistaken, but it's a very old card. I looked at this earlier and I was like, man, this is such a bad card probably in the TCG at this point. Maybe sneaky good, like if you're playing against somebody who's playing Blue Eyes deck in the official game now. But in Duel Links, this card could be stupid busted. I'm just thinking like, man, my beatdown decks get over 3,000 attack. You come up against the Blue Eyes, they're going to have that. You play against like Dark Paladin Fusions, they're going to have that. I don't think Naturia beatdown has that. Mako decks don't really have that. But it's like, this card has so much potential to be broken. What it says is when you take 3,000 or more battle damage from one attack, activate it, remove all monsters in each player's deck and graveyards from play. Basically, whatever's on the field is what goes. Now, the problem with that is you have to take all of that from battle damage, which implies you already have no monsters, right? It implies that you have no monsters and they already have a monster worth dealing 3,000 points of damage. But it's like, if you could play around it, right? If you have the spells or traps or whatever, for example, like, I don't know, you just freaking crazy combo of Blackluster Soldier somehow. I don't know, right? Don't at me. If you can bring stuff back, like the return from different dimension or different things like that, you could play very well in this game. And that may be sneaky good in the future. And Deep Sweeper is like that other, I think Lost Blue is the name. You contribute it to destroy one spell or trap card on the field. So that's very cool. With Legendary Ocean, it goes down to 3 stars. With Hammer Shark, it's 1,800 monster. I think it's like 200 points stronger than that Lost Blue card. So they're continuing to build on this fish archetype. I kind of think that like Bandai is like, okay, or Bandai, damn it, Konami. I'm super tired. It's like 1 a.m. Forgive me. Konami has decided that fish decks are probably like their de facto free-to-play deck, and they continue to put free-to-play fish support in the game. So that's really cool. There's not much else really to say. We do still have Merrick coming, and he'll be obtainable. Ready for a one-way trip to the Shadow Realm. So still farming the Arcana event. Let me know your progress with that. I actually did get a chance to pick up one of the Blackluster Soldiers. He was here in my spawn just now. I'm not going to pick up the glossy version yet because it's very expensive, but that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys soon with some more content. Peace out, guys.